Most people think that the more intense your exercise, the better, the quicker you're going to reach your goals and the more effective it is. Not only is that 100% wrong, but it can be a huge roadblock for people that don't like to exercise and really want to reach their health and fitness goals. So what if I told you that there are 4 major pieces to your metabolism, and learning how to manipulate them can get you to your goals way faster than simply counting calories or macros? And what if I also told you that walking is one of the best ways to positively affect all 4 of these pieces to your metabolism? My name is Terrill, and I am one of the coaches here at Beyond 40. And not only are we going to talk about why walking is like the best exercise you can add into your daily routine, but if you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you the exact formula that I give to my clients and the one that I use personally. All right, we're going to start this off with NEAT, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This is a part of your metabolism that is responsible for all of the activity that you do all day long that isn't your workout. Anything outside of a workout is part of your NEAT. And this is also responsible for up to 50% of your fat loss. Such a big deal. So we need to protect this, and walking not only protects it, it actually increases it. Unlike high intensity cardio, running, all of these other things that we do that are intense cardio. I'm training for a huge race in July, and so my NEAT levels are dropping because I'm doing a lot, way too much cardio, but I have to for the race. Now, at the end of this video, you are gonna find the formula that I use to get my NEAT levels back up after I've gone through a bout of too much cardio. But check this out. Your body will burn 75% of the calories while you're walking that you would running in the same amount of time with only 10% of the effort. Huge, amazing, and this is why it protects our NEAT levels so much. So start counting those steps. Make sure that you're getting all that activity in every single day. Okay, up next is our basal metabolic rate, and this is the second piece in our metabolic puzzle, and it is responsible for the number of calories that your body uses to maintain vital functions like breathing, heart rate. This is the energy that you use doing nothing, sleeping, taking a nap, one of my favorite things. Anyway, walking has a positive effect on your basal metabolic rate, and the reason that this is so fantastic is because when we lose weight or we diet, we automatically lower our basal metabolic rate just because we're a smaller person. It takes less energy out of our body to get all of these vital functions taken care of. Now, another way to increase your basal metabolic rate is to do resistance training, because the more muscle you have, the higher your basal metabolic rate is. That is pretty significant. And there are 2 very distinct ways that to lower your basal metabolic rate, especially when you're dieting or trying to lose weight. And one of them is way too much cardio. This will definitely lower it, but the other one, and this is the most important, is eating too few calories. Your body will compensate first by lowering your basal metabolic rate, and we do not want to have less energy being used sleeping. So it's like nothing we can do about it. So make sure that you're paying close attention to this fact. Get out and go for a walk, but also make sure you know how much energy you're taking in then, and that it is enough. All right, moving on to the third piece of our metabolic puzzle, which is called TEE, and it stands for the thermogenic effect of exercise. Now, most people think that exercise increases your metabolic rate, but the truth is that it actually decreases it. The more we get into shape, once we start to adapt, our bodies become more efficient at the exercise and the movements. Remember, our body is constantly trying to save our stored energy, and this is a really good place for it to do it. So if you start an exercise program, like say you decide you're gonna get in shape, so you take off for a run, you continue to do that same run, like the first few times, you're gonna burn probably 350 calories. But as your body becomes more efficient and you begin to adapt to it, you're gonna come all the way down within 4, 6, 8 weeks to where that same exact run, you're only burning 300 calories. While that 50 calorie difference might not seem like a big deal, but if you add it up throughout the days, the weeks, the months, and the year, it makes a pretty significant difference in how much energy you have used. The beautiful thing is, while walking does have an adaptation to it, it is not as significant as other kinds of exercise. So after you've been exercising for a little bit, continue to add a little bit of hills in it, maybe a couple of intervals where you walk a little bit faster, and that way you're going to keep that thermogenic effect of your exercise way higher. All right, here we are, number 4, and the last piece in our metabolic puzzle, but it's the one that I think is the ace in the hole for stopping fat storage, and it is what is called TEF, or the thermogenic effect of food. And it simply means the amount of increase in your metabolism after you eat a meal or your macros combined. So protein will increase your metabolic rate by up to 30%, so that's pretty significant. Make sure you are eating protein at every single meal. Carbs are going to give you anywhere from 5 to 10% increase, and that fat that you eat about 0 to 3%. We want to make sure that we are eating lots of protein just to keep that thermogenic effect up. But what in the world does that have to do with walking? Well, I'll tell you this. Have you ever heard of something called thermal walks? Well, it's okay if you haven't, most people haven't, but what it is a moderately paced walk shortly after you eat a meal. And this walk, paired with that thermogenic effect of the food, actually increases your metabolic rate even higher than walking alone and higher than just with the food thermogenesis. So as crazy as this sounds, but how awesome is it to just go eat a meal, wait a few minutes, go for a 15 to 20 minute walk. You're gonna raise your metabolic rate even higher than you would have, and you're gonna lower your stress. It is truly the simple pleasures in life. And when we can get there to our goals and enjoy every minute of it, we are way better off. So outside of that crazy awesome metabolic advantage we get to walking, a daily walk is going to improve your digestion, which is huge because a lot of my coaching clients come to me with digestive issues. So it is actually going to help improve your digestion. It's also going to have healing properties for your pancreas, so it's going to help you control or prevent diabetes, which obviously we all want to do that. It also increases your lung volume, so you're going to breathe easier going for your walks or any other exercise that you choose to do. And check this out. Going for a daily walk can actually improve your eyesight. Who knew? That is absolutely incredible that getting outside walking, enjoying your life will actually improve your eyesight. So how are we going to go about this, and what is the exact plan I use for me and all of my clients? So if you're starting from scratch and you don't really have specific workout program, or you're not currently walking or anything yet, just start with 20 to 30 minutes about 3 times a week. This is really going to begin to raise those NEAT levels, give you all those other super awesome metabolic advantages from walking, but it's also going to get you to begin building habits, a habit of exercise, a habit of taking time for yourself, because this is the difference between being on a diet and exercise program and living a happy, healthy life. And that's the line in the sand right there, and my personal favorite part about everything that I do. Stick to that, just 20 to 30 minutes, 3 times a week, build a great habit, and we'll build from there. But if you are already sticking to a schedule of some kind and you're looking to level up, or if you maybe hit a plateau and you're like, what do I do now? I'm doing the same thing and I haven't really gotten anywhere. We're gonna get into the real nuts and bolts of it. And this is where I love my job. So what we're gonna do, there's 3 parts of this. We're gonna change only one of them. We're talking frequency, intensity, or time. Only change one of these at a time. As a coach, I monitor this like crazy because I know that what worked for you yesterday, last week, last month, or the last time you tried to lose, 20 pounds is not always going to be what works for you right now. And quite frankly, it's not. And also changing the frequency, intensity, or time up or down can make a major impact, and knowing when to go up and when to go down can make the difference between reaching a plateau or getting through it. So if you are wondering about where you should be and what you should do, you can go ahead and drop those questions in the comments. I am happy to answer them, but I'm also going to put a link to our coaching program in the description, where we are going to go over goal setting. We've got blowing through plateaus, your favorite area. Anyway, we've got the motivation, knowledge, nutrition, everything that you need we can help you with in there. And also, I'm going to let Cindy tell you about her transformation at the end coming up right here. And then obviously we're going to throw you into another video if you stick around for us, and it is going to be how much cardio you actually need for your optimal fat loss. So thanks for watching, and take a look at Cindy.
I've just experienced a lot of weight gain over the last few years. I really wanted to start something and to become healthier. Once I'd read the plan, it made so much sense to me, and it didn't seem too difficult. A lot of key basic principles to follow. That's what I've followed, and I've stuck with it, and I've been consistent, and I've believed in myself, and that's what this program has given me. It's actually experience where I can actually believe in myself so much more now. I'm very happy and grateful, like I said, that I found I found this program because nothing was working for me.